Let me get myself situated here really quick. See what's going on. Mic check. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited, everyone. As you guys are rolling in, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with 3 people because I'm going live talking about Kingdom Kids Academy, something new that I am launching this fall through my ministry, International Ministries of All Got Everything, aka Image Inc. We are launching Kingdom Kids Academy. I wanted to open up a Q&A for anyone that may be interested. If you're a homeschool family, this is for you. All right. Kingdom Kids. One thing they're not going to learn is penmanship. All right. So, oh, let me fix that. Come on. There we go. All right. Give me a moment to share this live here because I want people to join in. Just a moment, just getting a couple shares here going. Now, if you know a homeschool family, send this video to them. I'm gonna look in the chat right now, and I'm gonna answer any questions that you all may have. But we about to get into a quick breakdown of exactly what this is. Give me just a moment here. All right. Sorry for the delay, everyone, but I just wanted to get live going here, share what we got going on with Kingdom Kids Academy. Now, Kingdom Kids Academy was something that was inspired simply by all the work I was doing in my speaking and my businesses, and I wanted to do something that I felt could truly make a greater impact than what I was doing. I wanted, I always have had a passion for inspiring the youth. I've been working in youth ministry, youth minister on and off for about, to be honest, 15 years. So I've been in it for a very long time. I know I look young myself, but I'm excited to share what God has in store for us here through Kingdom Kids Academy. And so, just to kind of break down the simplicity of it, starters, you can look at my handwriting and know that you won't be learning about penmanship in this academy, but your children will be enriched with these 4 main areas. Number one, we're talking about stewardship and financial literacy. Number two, we'll be talking about leadership and communication. And as I'm writing these down, I'm going to go over each one a little more in depth. And as I'm looking at the comments here, if you have any questions in the comments while I'm sitting here live, I want you to drop those questions below. And again, if you are watching this live, share this to your feed. It doesn't cost anything to inspire or impact someone else. So if you know someone that's a homeschool family, share this with them. If you know someone that even as part of Step Up for Students, share this with them. This is about enriching our kids for the future. And so, number three, we're talking about entrepreneurship. And number four, AI awareness or readiness, or whatever word best suits how you want to view it. So, starting with the first one, financial literacy and stewardship, I wrote a book called It All Belongs to God. And this book kind of started, or is my testimony on how I've gotten to where I am in life now, how I use God's word to really influence every decision that I have in my life and to impact others, how I interact with my family, friends, how I interact with individuals on a day to day basis, how I serve God in my ministry, with the simple understanding that it all belongs to God. Even as a parent, when it comes to stewarding this life, stewarding our vessels, stewarding our bodies, our mindset, our money, our health, everything is a result of how we are honoring God. Our body is a temple. God gave us these bodies to serve Him. He gave us these mouths to worship Him. He even gave us charge over our children to raise them up in the ways of the Lord. All right. Even the Bible tells us that when you train up a child in the way they should go, when they are old, they will not depart from it. So everything we instill in our children now will inevitably create their world, their future. Our future is always watching. That is something I'm saying a lot lately, and I say often is that our future is always watching. Every decision that we make is based on the decisions that we've made, and that influences the decisions that we make now. And what we do now affects our future. Our future is going to come one way or another. And depending on how you maneuver here today, what you take in, what you find important, how you steward your life, that will dictate your future, right? And so when it comes to stewardship, it is basically cultivating a mindset about treating everything as if it belongs to God. How you interact in your classroom, when you're on the sports team, how do you treat your coach and your teammates? When you're at home, how do you treat your parents, your siblings? And I know the Bible talks a lot about stewardship, and primarily when it talks about stewardship, it correlates to financial literacy. And so I've had over 8 years of banking experience as a business banker that ties in both to the entrepreneurship and leadership, and the financial literacy side of my experiences, as well as working in sales for companies like GoDaddy, Wells Fargo. I've worked with a few major corporations throughout my years over the past 10 years. Well, actually, altogether, it's over 15 years collectively, but I've served in the financial space, excuse me, for over 10 years, that experience while serving in my church and having experience on the business side and nonprofit side. I've cultivated all these experiences into a curriculum that can navigate and help navigate the next generation to do the things that God has called them to do. See, sometimes one thing I've learned, sorry, being a homeschool parent is that I can't teach my kids everything. I actually, for the majority of the things that my kids learn, I have someone else doing that. I have a friend of mine that teaches them um, day to day. I have them involved in a co-op at my church. I do partake in things like we've had trail life through the church, where it's just kind of like teaching the kids, the youth, how to survive outdoors and how to live God's way. Serving the youth ministry still at my church, and using those things and those experiences. I've been working with kids as a kid. You know, I was always a volunteer since I was like 12 years old, volunteering at camps and then doing summer camps where I was the camp counselor, camp leader, all the way up to college and so on and so forth. Being in youth ministry, all of that together is probably over 25 years experience working with youth. And because I've been working as a youth since I was a youth, working with youth all the way to today. And God always brings me back to that ministry, that calling. And so I wanted to bring both of those worlds together, how I've served the youth and the areas that God has called me to be experienced in. What could I do to give back to better equip our kids for the future? And over the years, even being in school myself, some of the things I wish I learned was financial literacy. Some things I learned was readiness for the real world. That comes with leadership and communication. I have a degree in communications and psychology, leveraging that experience and that education to teach your children exactly how to have self awareness and have people awareness, not just understand how to conduct themselves and how to learn about themselves, but how to study and learn other people and behave accordingly. And so if they learn those skill sets, they'll be able to articulate and communicate on a level that supersedes most of their peers. I always get great um compliments regarding my own children, and that's a community effort. The efforts of their teachers and the programs I have them involved with, plus what I teach them at home. And as we all know, as parents, we know that most kids really don't receive the things you want to teach them until they see it or hear it from somebody else. You can tell your child something 10 times, and then your friend or your sibling or a relative or random stranger can tell your child that exact same thing. Light bulb, it went off for me this time. It makes sense now. And so that's just one of the caveats. And what better way than to go with someone that you know and trust that can lead your kid, especially with Kingdom Kids Academy. Everything is a faith based foundation. This has come through, again, over 20 years of combined experiences throughout my life, through my ministry, through serving, through working with kids for over 20 years, to even taking that again the expert areas of my life and cultivating into academy. And this is not just me, y'all. These are the primary areas. But for example, some of the things that you will get in entrepreneurship is connection to my network, through my church, through my organizations, through my nonprofit, and through organizations that I'm a part of throughout Central Florida, throughout the East Coast. I have a lot of connections where we would have kids ready for the future. A lot of entrepreneurs started with just an idea. And I want to show families that they can take a simple idea and create something masterful with it that can bless the family, bless you and your family, leave an inheritance for your children's children, right? But not only that, but you can get connected to my network of entrepreneurs, business owners, like-minded individuals that want to help kids, that want to show kids that there are different ways. If you don't want to go to college, you want to go to real estate, you want to start a business, there are thousands of pathways. And what better way than to go through a program that will prepare you, teach you the ins and outs of what you need to know, like how to start a business, how to register, how old you have to be. You can be 18 in Florida and register a business. And you can create a website with AI awareness. You can use it responsibly to create a website, things like that. But it's going to be hands on. You're going to be in a class with individuals that are learning the same skills as you, but you can apply them immediately. And I do have an interest list here. I'm going to go and pop that up for you guys. Give me just a moment. I just want to show it here. So this is the interest list that we're starting now, and I've changed the promotional tag because I did get a few interested parties, and what I'm looking to do, um, because it's three different academies, it's going to be elementary school level that's going to be encompasses to one because it's styled for homeschool families. So let me just write that down really quick. So tier one is going to be elementary school, and that's going to be K through 6. But I encourage, just like with most things, this is going to be enrichment for the kids. But parents, I want you to be involved, primarily with tier 1. Um, and let me take this out the way so you can see that. Let me rewrite that. My apologies. My apologies. So with tier 1, I want the parents to be involved with their children. Let me read that. Sorry. So this academy consists of 3 blocks. There's going to be a T1 elementary school, which is K through 5, T2, which is middle school 6 through 8, based on Florida's breakdown of grading, and then Tier 3 is high school 9 through 12. And so primarily for T1 and T2 is going to be heavily family focused. How to equip your kids. We're going to work hand in hand while I'm teaching your kids. I'm also showing parents how to train up what activities to do consistently. It's not just going to be lessons, but it's going to be live learning. It's going to be virtual learning. It's going to be live classes. It's going to be Q&A. There's going to be activities, assessment, quizzes, things that you will need to continually do in order to prepare you for your future. Because who knows, your child that's 8 years old might just have a brilliant idea that if you combine, stewardship with AI awareness, they can build something amazing that's going to bless the family, that can create something that's going to create great wealth for you and your family, right? And so right here is the interest list. I want you guys to go ahead and click on that, and let me pin this here so people can see that as they're watching in. But if you have any questions, if you're watching live, if you have anything you're seeing Kingdom Kids Academy, you want to know more as you're jumping in, go ahead and comment below. I'm going to answer your questions live while I'm sitting here. But tier 3 is going to be more highly intensive. I really encourage that if you're a family with high school students currently, this is going to be what you need because they're going to be stepping out to the real world. You want to make sure that they're fully equipped and prepared to be well mannered, have great leadership communication skills based on faith, how to steward their finances well. If they're in high school, they're probably starting a job already. They're probably preparing for college. They may or may not work at college, or they may out of high school go straight into the career world. Getting a CDL, getting a real estate license, but getting an insurance license, starting their own business. I have those connections for them. That's why it's going to be more highly intensive because they're getting closer to that real world age where they'll have even more opportunities. And so I want to guide them and make sure that they're fully equipped to make the best decision possible. That's going to help you and your family. And again, I have AI awareness for all levels. Well, for the lower tier levels is what to look out for, what's happening in the world concerning your kids, how AI is being used to impact, influence your children, but how you can be best prepared to deal with it in this ever changing world. AI is everywhere now. You go on Google and it has AI generating for you. So we want to be equipped to understand how to navigate that space and equip our children how to make responsible decisions on how they use AI. And then even again, entrepreneurship is for all ages. Leadership, communication skills never stop. And it's all the best part is it's all bundled in one academy. If you are registering your child for high school, they're going to get all 4 academies that they can visit at any time. You're in middle school, yeah, one in middle school, one in high school. They'll get one for each of their grade levels. You have all three, they'll get one for each of their grade levels. The best part too is that if you get on the interest list that I dropped here below, if you get on this interest list, the first 10 families when enrollment opens up, first 10 families to enroll, you're going to get a special family rate. Let's say you have 3 kids, you're going to pay one rate to get each 3 of your kids into the academy. Now, the value is worth way more than what I'm charging for the enrollment, for the tuition, for the monthly tuition. However, if you again first 10 families, you're gonna get that special family rate. And I'm excited because these are the things that families, that parents talk about all the time. They wish their kids knew. They wish their kids knew before they left high school. They wish that their kids can get it at a younger age. These are the questions that the concerns that I've heard individuals bring up to me all the time, that they wish their child could communicate better, that they knew how to manage money better, that they wish themselves they wish they learned money at a younger age. It's not even too late to do that. This can be an advantage for parents as well, because not only will you be involved with your children, but this can break habits for you. This can break generational curses for you. Things that have been lacking maybe in your family or resourcefully can open a door for you. You might be in this with your child talking about entrepreneurship, and then you might get what you need as a parent to start that family business. So it's a whole family endeavor that you're getting here, through preparing your kids for the future. It's also preparing your family for now. And so I'm going to hang out a little longer because I'm seeing people come in and out. Thank you guys for the support. Again, share this video with as many people that you know that are looking for something that fits with their homeschool schedule, that aligns with what God has called them to do, that aligns with their godly principles, that aligns with the essentials that their kids need to be equipped with. Yes, math and literature, all those things are great. Those kids need that. Those are the basics. These are the basics too. Are you managing your money well? Do you know how to teach your children how to manage their money well? Do you know how the skills, the words and the tonality that your kids need to have a decent conversation with someone? How to get what they want in life using words, right? I've been in sales for well over 10 years. So in sales, I believe, and I wrote another book about it, but not to get into my books because we're focusing on Kingdom Kids Academy. But sales is everything. You're influencing someone to spread the gospel, that's sales. You're trying to convince your child to eat what you made for dinner, that's sales. You're trying to tell yourself you want to lose weight, that's sales. You're trying to sell yourself on the goals that you want. It's sales are everywhere. Basic communication skills on how to thrive in life, right? And position yourself to where you need to be. And all these skills, you see these up here. I'll be going live continually, kind of breaking down all the things that are inside the academy. But again, I have it up here. It's pinned to the comments. If you watch this later on live, feel free to still comment because I'm checking the comments. I'm checking my DMs for anyone interested in enrolling on this list. So I'm going to put up the QR code one more time. And if you're watching this, go ahead and scan that QR code. It's going to take you straight to the interest list. And then once you fill it out, I'll get an email and I'll respond to you, letting you know what next steps are. Enrollment is opening soon. Enrollment is opening soon. And if you have any questions, I want to filter them. I want you to make the best decision possible. I know you just see Kingdom Kids Academy, you see the curriculum, but I want you to fully understand what all comes within it. You're going to get a syllabus. You're going to get the first 12 weeks are I do buy seasons, and so you'll know per season what you will be learning per category, and it's to the level of each individual one. So, for example, we're starting out with finding your voice. That's going to be the primary theme for everything combined together. You know, how do you find your voice in AI? How do you find your voice in building a business? How do you find your voice in bringing your gift to the world? How do you find your voice and stewarding yourself God's way. And it's to the level of each tier. And so, again, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop a comment below. Message me, DM me. I'm excited to open up this academy for you all. I've already shared this with a couple more people, but as you guys see this on your timeline, if you can support just by simply sharing this video, that's all I ask. Share this video. The link and everything you need is inside. Share the video with 3 or more people, and I say thank you. So I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow again. I'm going live continually. I'm going to start even teaching live some of the sessions, not fully in depth because that would be unfair to those that are enrolled and enlisted. But I'll give you basically a surface foundation that can still be helpful and fruitful for you. Because it's live, you're not going to get the hands-on teaching, but you're going to get some gems that are going to bless you. So I thank you guys again. Share this video with any homeschool family, especially if the Step Up for Students. You can go ahead. We're already approved by the state of Florida through Step Up for Students for this academy. So if you're a Step Up for Student family, look for Image Inc. Kingdom Kids Academy. We are right there. You can jump in and get enrolled here today. If you want to be on the interest list, go ahead and sign up for the interest list just so I know and I can prepare you with the information you need prior to moving forward and getting you enrolled. But I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited that we're opening up our virtual doors for you and your family.